bet you could get a
Has my cheeks got fuller yet?
They're just, well, yeah, you just look more normal again now, yeah.
I feel like, why does my face go so big and puffy?
Because there's food.
I wish my face could stay like a diet face.
I think that, actually. I think that about my own face when I used to prep.
I get proper hamster cheeks.
I didn't look like I had a normal face until 2 weeks out, and then like one day after the show, it just gone again. I looked handsome for like 11 days out of the full year, and that was it. I just was like, just keep the face for fuck's sake.
That's actually what I'm like.
I'd say to people, yeah, I'm 2 weeks out, and they'd go, you fucking don't look it. Cheeky bastard. So episode 3, 2, 1, ready to clap. 2, I'll do the clap as well. 3, 2, 1, and we're back.
Coordinated.
So we're back with episode 3 now. We've just been talking a lot before this. Whether you've listened to that or not, I don't know. There's a lot of shit. Where was we on the last episodes? We finished up. We've done a couple of episodes previous to this, which you have already watched, obviously, because you're now on number 3. We're picking back up now. Leah's finished competing.
Yes, all done.
She's all done and dusted for the year until 2025.
Yep.
I'm all finished prepping with my clients, pretty much. Putting everyone on stage. My season's actually ended now for everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody's done. Usually I've got some stragglers.
Is there actually any shows that go on this
Shouldn't really
week?
call them stragglers, but you know what I mean.
You are the stragglers.
You're not really a straggler. I don't mean it like that.
No, he's got a backpack in case anyone's watching it. That's a straggler.
Yeah. No, I've normally got some like stragglers that are like, they've got a show like in the middle of December. Or like, yeah, do you know, like real random like things like that. And it'll be in like America. So it'll be like 15th of December. I'll be up to like 2 a.m. with somebody competing or something totally random. But this year it all finished at the Worlds.
There is that Thailand one, isn't there?
Yes, I've got nobody in that one
that.
though. I've got nobody in that one. I usually have somebody in that one, but I've got none this. When is that?
I've got no idea.
It's soon though, isn't it?
I think it's like,
is it like
early
the 8th
December
or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've normally got some across there, but yeah, the season's finished for me now as well.
We're all done.
Feels good. Finished on some madness, obviously with 14 of you guys in Spain.
Yes.
And I had some fun in Spain myself, which I stayed in. Well, I might as well tell everyone as well.
Let's do a Spain update,
Let's do a
Spain catch up,
update,
because last time when we did the first episode, it was a post-British catch up intro. So
we've had the British. Obviously, there was 5 weeks in between.
Yeah.
You've carried on dieting.
The worst 5 weeks of my life.
Leah had the first 5 weeks. 5's a bad stretch.
I'm not doing that again.
5 is a bad stretch. I feel for anybody doing 5 in between shows. 3's rough.
Yeah.
Like 3's rough. 2's nice. 1's a bit rushed, isn't it? 1 week's is, you might not have done this anyway, I don't think, have you? But
no.
1's too rushed, that's hellish. 2's nice. 3's a bit of a bastard. 4, no
4.
Thanks. 5, fucking hell, it's another prep.
God, it was awful. I was thinking in my head, when I did that British, I was like, this is a quarter of the prep all over again.
Don't start adding maths into it makes it even worse.
Yeah, because last time when I did the Universe, it was just the one show and that was brilliant.
Yeah.
And then the year before when we did the British, we went from Manchester into the British and it was 4 weeks, but I was basically reversing into the British.
But it was just trying to not allow you to be too lean,
so
you don't
that
get
was
disqualified.
I was like eating loads of food.
Eating like off season, but in shape. Yeah, so we were saying that actually how different 3 different preps you've had.
Yeah.
Completely 3 different preps whatsoever. And we've got something different planned already.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Next time, because I like to think of things a little bit in advance. Like I said, I think we said on the last episode, actually, I've learned a lot on this prep about you and about what I think is going to be best for you as well going forwards. And what to get the best out of you of that. But you'll have to wait till 2025 for that.
I'm going to wait till then.
I think we were discussing it though, sat in the stand, weren't we, in Spain?
Yeah.
We'll do this and we'll do that. And
before, I think that was actually before I got on stage, wasn't it?
While I was waiting for Will to go on, wasn't it?
Yeah.
While I was waiting for Will to come out, we was talking about that.
Yeah.
Sidetracked. So Spain.
Spain went well though, because you had loads of girls competing.
Yeah.
Won a few pro cards.
Yeah, 2 more pro cards and 1 class win. Obviously, Tone Figure won that, but you don't get no pro card for that anyway, so we won that. So 3 class wins in Spain, which was good.
Yeah.
Bunch of seconds, bunch of thirds. It was all good.
5th.
You are?
A 5th.
I was going to say a 5th, but I thought, I won't bring it up. Yeah, so obviously for anyone who doesn't know, probably does know, is what Leah, and obviously Leah come in 5th place in the pro class, which obviously we was disappointed with. It's not what we went for. We ran in differently, obviously, to the last one. Tried a couple of new things and it just didn't quite pay off like we expected it to.
But you live and learn.
But we live and learn, and that's all we can take from that. But yeah, we can move on from that if you want.
No, to be fair, I feel all right. You know, when we were at the show, I was like, after I was like, God, I'm gonna lose my head now. You know, because when it's just like a bit of a shock.
Yeah, definitely.
But I actually felt fine.
Yeah, you was actually fine. I think you was more fan than me, actually.
Yeah, I think I could tell that you were just like,
yeah. It's just a lot of pressure builds up behind it.
Yeah.
And obviously, when you want all your athletes to do like the best they can possibly do, and you want everybody to be happy. And I'm very, very much somebody that like. I just want all this goes across the board, obviously not just with everybody. I just want everybody to be happy with what they've got.
Yeah.
And if they get fifth and they're fucking buzzing,
Yeah.
I'm all right. Do you know what I mean? Or like, and this is only if it's justified as well. Like, so if someone has a paddy about something, and that's all that they deserved anyway, I'll be like, nah, you got what was right, and you looked all right. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if things don't work out for people and people are not happy, which is rare as well, which I think is why it bothers me so much. It fucking crushes me.
Yeah.
For quite a long time after the shows. I get what do I call it?
PTSD.
PTSD.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah, post-traumatic show syndrome.
Post-traumatic stress syndrome.
Yeah, it does fucking bury me, and that's why I like to make sure everything's absolutely bang on. Because it does fucking bother me a lot. So, but yeah, the whole weekend as a whole was pretty decent. Like I say, got a couple of pro cards. Top 3 in tone figure, first, second, and third.
Yeah, that was really good.
I didn't have anybody in athletic, and then Emily won a pro card in train bikini.
Yeah,
Bless her, because she won that last year actually when she won with me. She came to me this year.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, she won the British, and they didn't give her a pro card.
Oh.
Because they'll only give it if they think you're ready for it. Do you know what I mean? It's not just a given.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, and they didn't give her it, so I managed to get her that this time by winning the Wells, which was good. Sophie, wellness.
Yes, amazing.
Fucking class.
Yeah,
absolutely
really,
class.
really good.
Mental, really good. Just made me laugh in the morning because obviously you've seen her when you was swimming and she was panicking because you get them hotel check-ins in the morning and all of a sudden you've been checking in the same place for months and months and months.
Yeah, throws the light off, doesn't it?
And then you get in there, you've got tan on, which throws everything off. You can't get no proper lighting. You can't seem to get a proper video. So you're just like, fuck.
Yeah.
So there's always a panic in the morning. But yeah, she was dead on light and she's got a good future in that wellness. Like she can take that wellness class, I think, in the future. So first prep, wellness pro, good for her.
Amazing. It was really nice actually because like when we got the tan in the evening, I like met a few of the girls that I hadn't like met, like your girls before, who I hadn't met. So we were like having a chat. So that was actually really nice to like chat with everyone.
I think that's a good thing with travelling in as well, isn't it? Everyone's kind of aware doing the same thing.
Because you see everyone on like your feed, like posting and checking photos, and obviously like all your story tags and shares you get.
And then you see them in real life.
And then you see them in real life, and it's quite nice.
Like,
you all feel like you're like a little family. You know each other.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I went out on the Saturday when I had an OGs meeting with Josh McHale and Rob from LRF. We went and had some sat to eat and decompressed each other.
Yeah, but everyone was really stressed, weren't they?
It was all right. Josh was meant to be competing, that's why he was there. But he didn't do that. He ended up doing the British instead.
Oh, okay.
So he was already booked with his kid and his missus and all that. So they was kind of out there. And Jodie was out there.
Yeah.
So it jumped on with them. And yeah, we just had a bit of a chill on that. It's good. It's good to speak to people in the same situation.
Definitely. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so that was actually quite fun. Because obviously they've been doing it years as well.
Yeah.
And they're both top of the game, do you know what I mean? So it's good to listen to... Everyone's just doing the same thing, really. As much as what I think social media portrays everyone's doing everything, it's all the same. We're all doing the same stuff. And it's just quite interesting to hear some of that, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and also good because sometimes it can get a bit like when you're coaching, obviously you just by yourself all the time.
Yeah.
So I think sometimes
true,
it's nice to like see, like I have chats sometimes with other coaches and it's nice just like bounce ideas about and just talk to people who are like doing the same thing as you.
Yeah, definitely. And you think, I mean, we do it, don't we? But obviously you're more lifestyle was when we talk a lot. And obviously you're moving into contest coaching now, but yeah, it's good to speak to people in the same field, doing the same things. And yeah, get some good ideas. Rob's actually helped me quite a lot over the years with bits and pieces. I don't know if I said this before, but when I was taking a coach on for the first time, he helped me with that, with the contracts and onboarding them and all different things. Like he's been doing it a lot longer than I have. It's a lot further in with that type of stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not so much. I don't think it's been coaching any longer. I think we've been coaching about the same amount of time, but
like the team side.
Business wise,
he's
further on. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
He's given me quite a lot of help, which I'm grateful for.
Yes. So in Spain, so you flew back on the day after the show, didn't you? After your hotel palaver.
Yeah. So what happened was I was meant to be going out to judge, right? That's what it started as. So I was meant to be going out to judge the shows because I judge a lot of the PCA shows. It's a big show. They want me there, all the rest of it. So they booked me flights and some accommodation, which was like in a big accommodation thing. And then it kind of dawned on me a week before the show. I was like, I can't fucking judge that. I've got, it's like, but for those who don't know, if I do judge a show, obviously I've got clients in it. I step out for them categories, yeah? Obviously, I'm not going to judge my own clients.
Winner.
Yeah,
All of them.
first. Probably the opposite, because like, you see all the bad points, so I'd be like 7th, 6th, 3rd. But, so I thought, fuck me, I can't judge that, because I've got 14 in it for a start, so I won't be judging the majority of the show anyways.
Yeah.
And I need to be there for you all, like, checking in on you, make sure everyone's all right, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So they booked me in on the Saturday morning to fly out at 6:30. That was on the Birmingham flight. So 6:30 in the morning Saturday, fly back Monday. I thought, well, I can't go out 6:30 Saturday morning because I've got all them check-ins.
Yeah.
And you all need to know what you're eating for the day and all the rest of it. I can't be just missing in the airport or whatever. So I booked my own flight for Friday, booked an Airbnb, and then I thought I'll just move over to the other one. And then it dawned on me I couldn't judge. So then obviously they said, well, you can't obviously use the accommodation. So I was like, understandable, fine. But I couldn't cancel my Friday hotel.
Yeah.
So then I ended up in a different hotel on the Saturday, and then ended up staying in another one on the Sunday.
Musical hotels.
Yes. So I flew out through Leeds, stayed in 3 different hotels, flew back through Birmingham, and then home. So understandably, I was pretty wiped out.
But now you've done all your competing check-ins, so...
Yeah, it's back to normal now. Off
Can have
season.
some sleep.
Got 2 people starting prep that they've already just started for next year.
Yeah.
I've got 2 people on prep, which is like that's
chilling.
Yeah, that's well chilling. Yeah, that's well chilling. So yeah, we can recover from that season now. Because as you'll know, as you go on, when you get more and more competing clients, like I've been up at 5:30 every day since August.
Yeah.
Doing daily check-ins because when people check in when they're competing if they're competing that weekend, they check in and I'm telling this to them more that obviously than you. They check in every single morning, sometimes multiple times a day as well, depending if we're having a look at what it looked like in the afternoon, all the rest of it. And I've had that every week since the first show was end of August time, I think, like that. And obviously now it's the end of November. So what is that? 1, 2,
a long time.
It's like 3 months. So I've been up at 5:30 every single day doing anywhere between 1 and 25 check-ins in the morning.
Yeah, which is mad.
Peaking people for the weekends, and that's outside my normal clients as well. So this week has been the fucking best week on earth.
Basically, you need a long holiday.
Yeah, I mean, I'm somebody who likes to get up and start working anyways.
Yeah.
So I'll get up, I'll maybe have a drink or whatever, and then I'll start working straight away because I can't have it in my head.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah, I can't be just like wander off and then start it in the afternoon or like.
Yeah.
I couldn't go training and then, do you know what I mean? And then
yeah, I'm like that. I hate training when I've got check-ins.
Yeah, because it'd just be in my head
like...
thinking what they're doing, what they blah, 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 and all this. But this week has been class. I'm take my daughter to school, or like I've even been. There's a pub near us that's around the corner in the morning. So get up,
to the pub in the morning.
Yeah, I haven't been on the piss though, not yet. I don't drink yet, but and especially not at 9 o'clock in the morning. Go for a walk and that. Go get some steps. Go shop. Come back. And I'll just go and sit in the pub by myself. Eggs on toast and a latte.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, no phones, no nothing, just fucking silence.
Yeah.
No inside interruptions. Then getting back and starting some check-ins at like 10:30, 11 o'clock, something like that. Massively needed that headspace this week.
Yeah, a bit of a rest.
Yeah, a bit of a headspace rest, but it's just part of the year, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Every year, I don't know if I said this on the last podcast, I get to a certain point, I probably won't say what I call it because it's probably not a good thing to call it, but I get to a certain point where I'm just done.
No, I know what you mean. Yeah. Well, it's been like a long time, hasn't it?
Yeah. You just get to a point where you're just done because it's constant, like. But I don't want it to come across like I'm moaning about it though, because like I do buzz. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
You just get to a point where you just get knocked out with it, and then obviously then regenerate now. November, December, January, February, then March, April we start again, and it goes again.
Round.
Yeah.
A lot of rounds. Yeah.
Round 777.
God, no, I don't know how many times you've done that. That was like me, because obviously me and Will stayed in Spain after the shows.
I bet that was good.
Oh, it was so nice.
It's nice there, isn't it?
It was so nice, because we
I
went.
was shocked. I thought it'd be a shithole.
Yeah.
I didn't think it'd be like that.
It was really nice. Like, we did a bit of research, so we went into Malaga, but it was like Old Town. It was like really cute. There's loads of nice restaurants and stuff.
Yeah, when the taxis drive you, they go through loads of little like streets,
Yeah.
don't they? It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah, and it was like really cute on the front.
Almost like you shouldn't be driving through them streets.
Yeah.
A lot of spray paint though.
Spray paint?
There's fucking spray paint everywhere.
I didn't reckon.
So the taxi driver, what's for all the spray paint?
What did he say?
Like, he didn't know what I was saying. Avoid conversation, really. Didn't know what I was asking him. I was just like that. And he was like, yeah, see.
And you were like, all right.
All right, fuck it. Just turn the radio off. You're all right. Yeah, and what did you go to? Did you go to the beach?
We didn't. We walked along the front, but it was actually, I know it was like quite warm, but it wasn't warm enough. It wasn't sunbathing warm.
I didn't think it was beach warm. When everyone was saying they were going to the beach, I was thinking it's not beach warm.
It was like sit in a nice bar without a jacket on warm.
Yeah.
But it wasn't sunbathing, get a tan warm.
I was sat, because there was a little like outside seating area on the second hotel that I stayed at, the one where I cracked the worktop. We won't talk about that. I sat outside there, and it was just sunny, and I just had a Diet Coke or Coke. It's all Coke Zero there, innit? Whatever. Coke Zero, sat with my little shades on that actually turned out to be women's glasses, what I'd bought, but we won't get into that either. Every time I buy sunglasses, I end up buying women's sunglasses. That's the second time that I've done that.
You know, when you bought these sunglasses, I was thinking to myself, we're not women's sunglasses for the same.
You think they were women's ones as well? I know.
And they were.
As soon as I got home, Becky went, they're women's sunglasses. I went, they're not.
Were they?
Yeah, there was. Yeah, I Googled
God.
it, yeah. The women get me every time in these shops. First time was like TK Maxx or something like this. It's a couple of years ago. And the woman got me in there, ended up getting women's sunglasses. And then I seen these, and I'm no like flash dude, do you know what I mean? I seen in this section, I can't remember what it was, Gucci or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not paying £250 for some fucking plastic
Yeah.
to put on my face. Do you know what I mean? To keep the sun out my eyes. So I went straight across into the Ted Baker. I said, are these men's or women's? She went, I think she might have said unisex actually. So then I was looking, I thought, oh, they're nice. A little bit of flowers on the side and that. I thought, yeah. Sometimes when
you know what? As long as you like them, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and I still liked them, yeah. And I got home and Becky was like, they're women's. I was like, they're not. The woman said, she's like, the women's glasses. I'm like, they're not. So when she went in the other room last night, I Googled them.
I knew you were going to say that.
I got the little writing on it and I typed it into the sand and it's like, oh, I thought, fucking hell, I've got women's. 60 quid there was. I said, do you want them? She went, no, the shit.
Brilliant.
Oh, fuck's sake. Cheers. Anyway, I was sat there with my women's sunglasses on and I was just thinking, this is class, this bit of sun on you in that November.
Yeah.
I was thinking
it is nice,
retirement
isn't it?
vibes, like getting a little house out there for the winter and whatnot.
Yeah.
I see why old people do that now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because it's pretty shitty, isn't it?
Well, it's a lot. It's just nice, like not being freezing and being rained on all the time, and just being able to like walk around and like sit outside for a bit. It was just we went into Marbella, Old Town.
So just let me get the geography on this, right? Because I've seen a few different things, right? So it's Malaga where we was.
Yes.
Is that like the whole? Because I've seen Costa del Sol, Malaga, and people put in Marbella. Are they all the same like place?
Marbella is just further down the coast from Malaga.
Right. And what's Costa del Sol then? Is that?
I've got no idea. Geography
I've
is
seen
not a
somebody
strong
put
point.
that in there as well, and I thought
I haven't been to that, to be fair, but Marbella is really nice because it's got like, excuse me, it's got Porto Banús, which is like the flashy bit. So that's like where people drive all the like nice cars around and there's all the yachts and stuff like that. But then there's there's Marbella Old Town, which is like really. That's where like like Orange Square is and all the really cute. It's like a square and it's got all orange trees in it. It's got all little restaurants and like bars. That was so nice. So we like went out, sat down. We thought, what did we do? Oh, we had breakfast at the where we were staying. So we just made breakfast that day, and then we went there. And then I was like, well, let's get like a nice jug of sangria, have some nice drinks in the sun. I'm not even joking. I was so drunk. I had like,
I bet you was though.
I'd had my breakfast and then I probably hadn't eaten for like maybe 3 or 4 hours. So I was getting a bit hungry at this point.
Yeah.
So I sat there and I was like, get a jug, it's fine.
What did you say this was? Sorry, sangria?
Sangria, yeah.
Yeah. It gets you pissed that though.
It's quite strong,
It doesn't taste like alcohol.
Oh, it's so nice though, isn't it?
Yeah, I had some years ago. I went to somebody's house in, where was we? Malta, I think it was when I was with Nabba and all that stuff. I ended up like at this pool party thing. And I didn't know it was alcoholic. I thought it was juice. The next
just
thing I was
tastes like juice.
steaming, jumping in the pool. wrecking everything, and we all had to leave. And yeah, it was sangria.
Oh, I love it though. It's so good. So we had like a couple of glasses. We had like maybe 2 glasses, and I had to sit there for a bit. I was like, I can't walk right now. But you forget, don't you? You know, when you've like, because I haven't drank since probably April.
Yeah.
And I do like, when I'm not dieting, I do like an occasional drink, like, you know, when you go out and you have like a nice glass of wine or something.
I don't drink. So I'm just, it's bizarre in it, but now that I'm coaching, I don't drink because I want my brain to be sharp.
Yeah.
So when I was bodybuilding, because it makes you not sharp. If you drink it on a regular basis, it fucking slows you down. Yeah. So I can't be doing with any of that. So I don't drink like through the season or anything like that. I stay clear bath of it. But Denise, you know Denise Donovan?
Yes.
So my Irish client.
Yeah.
Last Christmas, she bought me some of this whiskey, right? And I don't like whiskey normally. I've not liked whiskey my entire life, but she bought me this Irish whiskey.
Yeah.
It's Jameson's, so you can buy it from a normal shop. But she'd bought me like a different one, but I didn't know what it was. I just drank it last Christmas, and I fucking loved it. And I've been going on about it all year, like, please try and remember what that whiskey was, Denise. But it was a daughter that had bought me it from somewhere. Anyway, she rocked up with it at the Wells, didn't she? She found me some.
Oh.
Her daughter had got me some, and she gave me it at the Wells.
Yeah.
Still sealed in the customs bag and everything like that. This is another story, actually, that happened to me on the way home. So I couldn't fit it in my case. So because it was sealed in an actual customs bag, you know, like what they give when you go through, I just thought, fuck it, it'll be all right. I'll put it in my hand luggage.
Can you not do that?
Apparently not, because the police all came and everything to the thing.
God.
And, like, started thingying it. So I got pulled over because they put it through the thing. And then they says, this yours, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, yeah. It's got customs bag. It's like, don't matter, you can't do that. And then the police came over, and then they started, like, telling me off and this and that. And then I thought, fuck it, it looks like I've lost a whiskey, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then they fucked off. Sorry for swearing so much. Then they left the area. And then they come back, asked me for my boarding pass. I thought, oh, bloody hell, I'm getting arrested now.
Can you imagine? That would have been the cherry on top of the cake, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah, what charge are you on? Whiskey charges. Anyway, they repackaged it all and brought me it back.
Oh, so you didn't lose your whiskey?
No, it was class to even give me it. Yeah, they gave me it back. I was buzzing. Anyway, I ended up having a couple on weekend on the other night.
Did it hit you as well?
Yeah, it did, yeah. But I love it. That whiskey's class. I don't know what it does to you, that whiskey. And if anyone's like wanting to try this, and I'm not even really a drinker, to be honest, but I think it's Jameson's, but it's some like triple cask, summer or other. It's more expensive.
Yeah.
It feels like every person that's ever loved you is hugging you at once.
It's all tasty.
It makes you real warm.
I like that. I like that way of putting it. I'm going to say that when I'm having a drink next time. Everyone's hugging me.
It makes you real warm.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's like, makes it addictive, you know what I mean? I see why sailors drink it and that, like whatever, pirates or whatever. Yeah. But it just like that. So I had some of that the other night. I better not get carried away.
Yeah, easily done.
Yeah, it was Daphne's birthday the other day as well.
Yeah, don't want to be hungover for that.
No, I didn't want to be hungover for that. So yeah, that was you trekking around Spain, wasn't it?
Yeah, so 2 days eating out. We're gonna do a post show topic next, so we can maybe talk about a bit more about post show and different reverses, how to handle it.
Yeah,
blah, blah, blah.
I think this topic gets covered to death, doesn't it?
It does.
Reversing, it gets covered to death, and I don't think there's always wrongs and rights because everybody's so different.
Yeah.
I think like you've obviously been through a few prompt preps and all the rest of it. I've dealt with like so many people that deal with so many different ways, and you'd be an example of one way post show. Yeah. Somebody else would be like. I think it's just, and like I think people that were watching it probably found some comfort in knowing like they're probably not that abnormal to whichever way they're coping with it.
Yeah, you can do it so many different ways. I think people get in their head about it because they're like worried about messing it up. I think that's the biggest thing. I think people and obviously a lot of people struggle with like controlling. The thing that I speak to a lot of girls about is like they struggle with controlling the food, like they can't stop eating, and then obviously that's I think the hardest bit.
Yeah.
I mean, we can all quite spoil that.
I just think it's important. Yeah, well, I mean, we'll get to it on the next one. We'll do it for you. But I think like the take-home point for me, and this is obviously, I was doing this before reverse dieting was even invented.
Yeah.
Right. And I think I said this before. We just used to.
Yeah, I remember
used to
you
race
saying
back
this.
to my old body weight as fast as I can. I'm not dead.
I would like to do that approach. Last night when was it? When we're like road to 200 pounds.
Yeah, road to 200 pounds.
I said to Will, and he was like, he thought I was being serious. He's like, Leah, you can't get to 200 pounds. And I was like, why? Why not?
He's retiring from bodybuilding.
Like, you're a lot bigger than me.
Than him. So, but you won't go past 190. Don't worry about it.
And then I was like, what?
What was I going to say about then? Obviously, I came from when the reverse dieting hadn't even been invented, and all that happened with women was they were just on like women prepping back then was like, here's 1,000 calories, there's 2 hours cardio, come back in 16 weeks. And that was pretty much it. Do you know what I mean? That's pretty much what people used to do, even before I got into it. So even when I started prepping people, there was no like, because as a guy, you just eat and you fill out, you look sick,
you
don't think nothing about it. Do that to a girl,
blow up,
and then like everything's fucked after that. And we'll go into all that in a lot more detail when we talk about the whys and the whats and what have you. But like going from where it was, where it's just like, have a few weeks off, treat yourself, you've been dieting, to them gaining 2 or 3 stone in a month, and then never wanting to compete ever again, to where we're actually at now, which is like, oh shit, I fell off plan today. Don't worry about it. People used to fall off plan for a month and go on a binge fest for a month. That's literally what they did. So like in comparison to where it was, anything is better than that. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's where my kind of mindset with it is, and I don't worry too much. And like, we'll get into it all anyway on the next episode.
We'll cover different approaches, what people struggle with.
Yeah, I feel like I could talk about that for an hour straight anyway.
I feel like I've learned so much as well in terms of like every time I've done it, I've been, oh, actually that works better. That doesn't work so good.
Yeah.
I feel like this time has been the best.
And the best like, one. You were a different person to what you was 18 months ago, and that Leah was a different person to what she was 3 years before that. And like, there's all that to take it. There's so many different things, and like, what I've got clients that they're too scared to bring the body weight up too quick. Yeah. So that's all right. We can take it slow. I'd rather have somebody be happier up here and take the body longer to get back to normal than have somebody's body happy and them having anxiety attacks. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Because that rules everything anyway. So
it's like how people feel and what they feel happy with at the end of the day,
and just finding a good middle ground in it to bring them out of it the best we can. But again, we'll get into that.
We're gonna do a post show one, and move on from post show. Otherwise, we'll be here for all day.
Yeah. So that's that then. So that's the end of the year. Wells, should we talk about Will?
Let's talk about Worlds, because I feel like we haven't actually talked about that properly.
All right. Okay.
In terms of like the show day and everything what happened in the Worlds.
Yeah, you start.
So it didn't go as planned.
No, it didn't go as planned. Basically, long story short, we didn't do anything drastic by any means, really. I wanted to allow you to pull a little bit drier, hopefully to look a little bit more conditioned. And as the judging was going on, you was flattening off in front of my eyes, which I was sat there like this in the stand. And you kind of slipped out of, I think if we'd have held everything, you'd have landed maybe a little bit higher up, and then they moved you out into like the 5th place in the call out. And it just goes to show sometimes things slide away from you, I suppose. And it just, it is what it is. And like we said earlier when we was talking about it, I don't take these things lightly. I had an hard time with that for, how long ago was that now since we got back a week?
We only competed a week ago.
Yeah, I've just started feeling better the last couple of days. I buried my head about all of
really?
it. Yeah. Yeah, when things, like, peaks don't ever really go wrong for me, ever. So, and I won't say it went completely wrong, but, like, it wasn't where it should have been. So I carry that, do you know what I mean? I always do. And I think coaches are quite blasé about show days with people's peaks like not landing where they should be. When I sometimes speak to them, or I'll read about it on Instagram, I think they're just talking about that like they've just picked a coin up off the floor, like nothing. But where like I put a lot of pressure on that, getting everything right, and it didn't go as right as it should have done. And as much as like that's on me. Do you know what I mean? That's on me. So it takes me a bit of time to get past that. And obviously, I mean, we won the British, so it's not like we've done. Yeah. It's not like we did the worst case scenario would be someone doing a full prep and then things going wrong in the last half an hour. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? But I mean, we got the British out of that one, but obviously it just didn't go the way we wanted it to at the Worlds. But like you'd said, and quite positively and quite rightly so, we wouldn't have won. We wouldn't have won anyway. I don't think even if we was at 100%, looking at where everybody was in the lineup. That one, we wouldn't have won that show.
No, and I also agree with the place. Looking at the photos, I agree with where I placed as well.
Yeah, so I mean that gives us, and if we was a little bit more on, would we be in a couple of places higher up or whatever? Yeah, very possibly so. Yeah. But we still wouldn't have won anyways. So like you said, that gives us something to then go with and work on. We've learnt something from coming into the process. It'd have been worse if you'd have been guaranteed a win. If I suppose things had gone slightly not the way they was meant to go, that'd have been a lot worse. Yeah, just thinking about it. So we know for next time. See, what I'd done, and it was only like some supplements that I would put in the last week. We want anything like diuretics or anything like that, because that might be what people are thinking when like saying you was flattening off and stuff like that. It wasn't anything like that.
Yeah.
And it just goes to show everyone's different. And that was the first time we'd done that leading into that show.
And obviously it was a first abroad show. Like
first abroad
food
show,
sources were a bit different. Like you don't know, do you?
And the
That's
heat
the
and everything like that. It is a lot harder when people are abroad. It's a fucking lot harder. And even the travelling about and stuff makes it more difficult. But we're not making excuses for any of it. The same thing what I'd done with Leah, I'd done with a handful of other clients that week as well, and their bodies didn't do that.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? So it's not like we've just done something crazy and like everyone had just fucking, it had gone wrong, like Dan's an idiot. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We'd put something in and your body didn't take to it as well as possibly we would have thought, whereas everyone else's was fine. So it's just, we don't do that again.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We don't do that again, and that's that. And yeah, I suppose we could dress it up and bullshit it and all the rest of it, but that's what happened.
Yeah, and you know what? I just think, because I was obviously a bit, when you go, last time we're like, we're on a winning streak. The winning streak is no more.
I know, because Leah's never lost.
Yeah.
Leah's never lost a show. And then,
obviously, it does hit you a bit
now.
harder, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like, when I could see myself getting moved out, I was like, I could just feel myself sinking, and I was like,
yeah.
oh God,
Yeah.
no.
You maybe didn't feel yourself like flattening off. Maybe that was like your soul.
No, it was. I think it was my heart like leaving my body. I was like, please, why is this happening to me?
Don't make it worse.
No, it was fine. But I actually, like, obviously I was a bit upset initially because it's just like a bit of a shock,
It's
isn't
a kick
it?
in the balls, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's a kick in the balls.
But then I think when you actually look at it, like, we didn't do anything that...
No, we didn't do anything
There
crazy.
was nothing wrong. It was just didn't work out quite right. And exactly like you said, it's like there's that the girls that placed, like Hannah, Anna, they were Lauren, they were amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like
everyone was jacked. Everyone was fucking like the most of the other top four was like really ripped as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But well, I think it's quite positive though if you like reframe it a bit, because it's like they all looked amazing. I would love to look like that. So it's quite a positive thing. So it's like something to work towards.
Yeah. Yeah, because if we'd have completed that, then I suppose what would you be looking at doing next?
Yeah, because then I would have been like, where do I go from here?
Yeah.
What do I do? Whereas now I'm like, oh, I've got like quite a lot I can work on.
I've got the worlds to win.
Yeah,
so it's... Go back. And we're going back in 2 years, that's the plan.
Yeah.
Sorry, I keep burping, it's that Diet Coke. And we need more size.
Yeah.
We do need more size, and we can definitely come in harder.
Yeah.
So, and we've planned that now. We already know what we're going to do. We're going to push up to fuck all through 2024.
Yeah.
Road to £200.
God.
Not really £200. 195. Get as jacked as possible. Because you've competed every bloody year since.
Yeah, it's
do you know
been
what
a
I mean?
lot, hasn't
21,
it?
22, 23. So your body needs a good break anyways. So we're going to push up all through 2024 and take whatever we could take.
Yeah.
And then we're going to diet in phases across 2025.
Yeah.
So we've not got as much to come in one go. Not that we took an abundance of body weight in this one. It wasn't like some crazy £50
like,
prep or anything like that. It was 30 odd, wasn't it, I think?
Just over, but at my lowest it was like £34, I think.
Yeah, it was about 34
But then it
pounds
came up a bit, didn't it, at the end?
and then it came up. So it wasn't like a crazy one, but I do feel like with your body, I feel like doing it in smaller chunks and then with gaps in the middle, it's going to work out a better look for you. And this is this goes down to different athletes as well. I've got some girls that they'll just come in and in and in and in and in, and nothing kind of starts to fade off, or they'll like everything like that. But I feel like with yours, even though you lose fat well, you don't lose it quick. Yeah,
it's not like, it doesn't just drop off, does it?
No, and to lose it quick, I think we have to push a little bit too hard, and I think I don't want to do that with you again. I don't want to push like we did on this prep to try and bring it in.
Yeah.
Because like I say, we've done that, and like a lot of bodies, and this is again a learning period for us, they just look great for it, and they bounce and boom, 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 and it's all good, and the fat's just falling off and they're getting harder and it's like that. Whereas I think yours maybe started to fade away a little bit, and then we need.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
I think we're pushing it quite hard. It doesn't
like
want
flattens
it.
up,
It don't want to do it. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? To put it simply, I don't think it wants to do it like that. So I think if we can do it in a chunk, take a big chunk of it off,
Yeah.
and then have a good break in the middle, 4, 5, 6 weeks, however we structure it, bring the calories back up, even put a few off-plan meals back in, let you chill out a bit, maybe let it fill back out a bit, reset, and then go back in again.
Yeah, I'm quite excited to do it like that, because I think mentally as well, it'll be quite nice.
Yeah, because you're not having a full 20-odd weeks doing one chunk. You'll do a chunk of it, take a gap in the middle, and then go again. And again, that goes back to what we were saying before. Like, I think we said on one of the first podcasts, like, sticking with your coach. Like, you could have spat your dummy out there and gone, well, I didn't look as good as I did at the British. You fucked up. I'm gone. Do you get what I mean? But you're not going to get much further with that because then you're going to go to someone else who's going to learn your body after that.
100%.
And blah, blah, blah. Whereas, like, that's our third prep now. I know that did that. I know that did that. We know that's done that. And we know we're going to work our way around that next time. So it's just like a lot of prepping people's sometimes a process of elimination of what not to do as you go through different preps.
Yeah.
And I pay a lot of attention to this stuff and I mark things down, a lot of it mentally, with all my different clients. Every year that they compete with me, and every year, like Charlie, for example, fuck me, she's been with me 7 years or whatever it was. It's just, and I just know what I can't do. I know what I can do. I know what she'll respond to if I do this. I know what she'll like if I do that. And as the more clients that I have that go along like that, I mean, I've got quite a lot of them that have been with me quite a few years now.
Yeah.
I know exactly what I can get away with and what I can't get away with
definitely.
through trial and error of like, and there'll just be sometimes fractional things like, that looked a bit worse for doing that, or that looked a bit better.
It's all learning though, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
And also, no coach is like an absolute like psychic where they can just tell what's going to happen.
Exactly, yeah. And if you don't get nowhere without trying.
Yeah, exactly.
What we did that day could have improved you by a massive amount compared to the one before, which was the plan.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But like, you can't always say that.
Yeah.
And I know people like to do these like trial peaks and things like that, which under more of a micro, because that was like dragged out over the week or whatever. I just don't think you can emulate it exactly the same. Like you say, with the travel and the different foods and you just can't. Not to the precise point anyway, I don't think. But yeah, that's what we took from that. And like we say, we could just brush over it and bury our heads in the sands and all the rest of it, but we didn't get the result we wanted. We didn't look exactly how we wanted you to look. I carry that, and I'll carry it until the next time she competes. I will, because I take things personally like that. But yeah, we'll sort it out, won't we?
Yeah, and it's all good things because it's like stuff to improve on. I'm really excited for off season.
Yeah.
And to have some more food.
Yeah, and we'll just get fucking massive.
Yeah.
It's like I said, we need more SARS.
Yeah, definitely.
And with more SARS, the bigger you get, the harder you can come in as well.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, sometimes if you're pushing too hard to get too hard, you might lose a bit of what is special about your physique, which is always what the worry is.
Yeah.
And lose everything. But the bigger you get, the more you can get away with that.
Yeah, I think I definitely didn't realise like that I need more muscle, because in my head I felt like I didn't need that much more muscle to be competitive in that class. But actually now I'm like, God, actually I could get away with a lot more muscle.
And the classes level up every year.
Yeah.
This is the thing. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it just shows how the difference with the lineups, like compared to the British, like the placings were all over the shop different from the British. And that sometimes does happen when you get different people in the lineup that shake up the way things go. Do you know what I mean? Like, I mean, obviously the two that ended up first and second, Anna and Hannah, they're big.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I stood next to Hannah as well, and I was like, I didn't realise how much smaller than Hannah I was.
Yeah, and then
until I saw the photos, and I was like, oh my God, I look so tiny.
I know. I mean, a lot of it's structure. I mean, structurally, Hannah's
she's taller,
like, she's fucking massive, isn't she? Do you know what I mean? She's just structurally not. She always makes me laugh when she comes to the seminars and that we did, obviously, when she was with me. And she'd walk in, and she's just like this fucking massive, like macho, like frame on her. Do you know what I mean? And obviously, so she was big in the lineup, and then we've got Anna, who was obviously, her shape's fucking
amazing. Her glutes and like
just her overall shape's just fucking beautiful, and she was in good condition.
Yeah.
And then so them two, so like they had them two, and then the other two, third and fourth, they were fucking rock hard.
Yeah.
The American and then little Lauren, the Scottish girl, they were like rock hard. So then there's just a bunch of different like things going on in the lineup, like dynamics that shake things up. But that's what makes it interesting as well, to be fair.
Yeah, exactly. And it was fun. It was good to go to Spain. The 2 days after were amazing. Obviously Will got his pro card, which was amazing.
Yeah, which I was going to talk about. Fucking poor old Will with his sword on his pro card.
Oh, he did a video this morning.
Did he?
It was like, look at this, and he put his phone down, and he was going to work. He's in London today working, so he had his like suit on, his like backpack with his laptop in. He's like gets his sword and is like, I'm taking this to work with me, and puts it in his bag, and then walks out the door. He's like, don't mess with me today, with his like sword.
He'd fucking get locked up in London carrying that about. Fucking hell. With his suit on.
Oh God. Yeah.
Class. Yeah, I was
So
buzzing for him because that was obviously his last show.
Yeah.
He's come so close as well. I think he was like second at the British.
2 years in a row.
2 years in a row. I can't remember. Who was he against last? Was that last year?
It was it?
Oh, that was the Universe.
Was it Alex?
No? Will didn't do the British last year, did he? It was the
No,
Universe,
it was the year before. It was the year before. He didn't compete last year at all.
That's it.
So he did the Universe he did the British when I did the British.
Didn't he do the Universe when you did the Universe?
No, he didn't prep
Oh,
then.
did he not?
No.
Right.
Because he had the whole year off.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah. And he come second then.
Yeah, came second then as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that was a debatable second. I think he was locked on for second with that one. If I remember, I might be wrong.
But it was closer this time.
But this time,
yeah,
I thought it should have won. To be honest, like I thought, and I think there was the 1 point in it, something like that.
Yeah, 1 point.
Yeah, I thought he should have won that one. So to see him then go to the Wells at his last show.
Yeah, it's nice that was.
Last shot, yeah, won the overall, won the class, won the fucking pro card.
Yeah.
And he looked fucking good as well. Like.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah, so buzzing
and
for
now
him.
He's done.
Because I know his legs weren't working that well when we was walking about.
Oh, God.
He was dry, like.
I'm glad it's done, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it was dry. Because when you're that dry, like, your legs just stop bending properly and all sorts. They feel awful. I don't miss any of that.
Yeah, so that was good. So I did that. So, yeah, now we're basically into the reverse, more food, done a check-in.
Yes.
Loving life.
Was you cursing that got moved to a Sunday, by the way? I was thinking this.
In my head, I was like, God, another day.
It's fine. Do you know what? If I'd have thought about it, I'd have said just send it on the Saturday morning. But I didn't. And then when the check-in come through on the Sunday, it was my daughter's birthday party on Saturday.
I feel like that's a very valid reason.
Yeah, and it actually was on her birthday as well. It was a fifth birthday. It wasn't just the party, it was a fifth birthday. So I moved all my check-ins from a Saturday to a Sunday, which was yesterday. So I pushed everyone to check in, and then and then your check-in come through on the morning. I thought, oh, poor Leah, she's
just been starving to death all week.
Because normally I have everyone's reverse sent out. Everyone got the reverses on Tuesday, but you were still in Spain,
right? Yeah.
And then you was like, and then you waited for a few more days. Then you went, I'll just jump back on this food till it's settled, and then check in Saturday. Yeah, because it'd been like 2 days back on the plan or whatever, and then we was going to change your reverse. Then you checked in, and I looked at it, and I thought, oh fuck, I bet she's fucking starving.
I was hungry, but it was like, because I knew I was going to get, I thought I was going to get more food anyway.
Yeah.
I was like, it's only a few days. And I'm not, I feel like I'll just crack on anyway. I'm all right.
Yeah, you was all right, yeah. But I did think when I opened it,
But food's up quite a lot now, so that's all good. So the plan is to basically, obviously had 2 days off, 2.5 days off, went back on the plan Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, just went back on the high days, and then more food from yesterday.
Yes.
Which is great.
I know. Are you real off your days? I was thinking yesterday, even now we've just been talking about it. It was yesterday.
Yeah, it was. It feels like ages ago.
I know, I'm off. I'm all over the shop because I don't work Sundays and Mondays on a normal week. Normal check-in days, and I've just worked Sunday and Monday because I'm away tomorrow.
Yeah.
I was working today because I'm away tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Taking Daphne to, which is my daughter, to Lapland.
Oh, wow.
Not the real one. There's one down south somewhere.
Oh, yeah, I remember you saying about that.
Yeah, it's like a Lapland thing. I don't really know what it is, to be fair. My missus booked it, but...
Cute.
It's 3 hours driving, I know.
Oh, God.
She got her iPad, she'll be all right.
Yeah, so more food, going through reverse, and basically get one.
Yeah, just get fucking massive.
Just need to get some muscle on.
Loads of tissues, fucking get massive, do loads of squats, do loads of bench press and that, eat loads of spinach.
Great, that's how you get massive.
That's how you get massive, yeah, squats, bench and spinach. Get jacked and then come back in 2 years.
Yeah, I'm excited for this because it'll be a long off season. Whereas before, I feel like even last year we did the universe, I was lean up until probably September.
Yeah, which in hindsight that set us back a bit. I think
that was only we had maybe basically half a year in off season.
Yeah, and then we tried to obviously.
We tried to mini cut and it didn't mini cut
at the beginning of the year, and nothing, not even something happened.
I think I lost about 4 pounds.
Yeah, was it 4 pounds in 6 or 8 weeks or something like that? And I was like, "Fucking hell, the body's." Because normally, obviously, if you come straight up after the show, everything filled out. And this was May. By the time January, you wouldn't do a little mini cut. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas you'd held off because you had looked like. How many events did you have that year, Lee?
I did have so much going on. I had weddings, hen dos, multiple holidays,
and
weekends
to stay
away,
looking decent, all the rest of it. So then, by the time September come, we had like 3 months. A bunch piled on, obviously, and then we tried to do like a little because the thing is, like, if we'd have gone all the way into the middle of the year, we might have been carrying a little bit too much. So we wanted to like try and just take a little bit off at the beginning, and just not much really happened, did it?
So lesson learned: don't stay that lean after the show.
Again, more lessons. Just get it up, get it sorted.
Yeah,
looks sound.
But that's helped me a lot this time because in my head I was like, I don't want to waste 6 months because last time I was so worried about gaining weight. Quick, whereas now I'm like, I don't really care because I don't want to be in a situation where I've like lost half a year not growing.
Yeah, so we're on with that this time, aren't we?
Yeah, getting the food up straight away.
Get that pushed up, get everything checked, get your blood work done.
Yeah,
make sure you're not dying of bodybuilding related diseases.
Always handy.
Yeah, make sure you stay alive long enough for the next show. Yeah, we'll get all blood work done and everything. Like probably landing after Christmas now.
Yeah, probably want to leave it a good
I think everyone.
8 weeks.
Yeah,
I'd say.
everyone. Yeah, I usually say like 6 if we can, but it depends how it lands with Christmas and all the rest of it. Some people do it like very quickly, but I suppose if you've got the budget to be spending £200 on a blood test every few weeks, then we can do that. But generally, this is another thing, really. I suppose we could touch on a little bit with my clients. Well, not with my clients, with people in general, but speaking from experience from my clients, like it would be cool to see what your blood work was like all these different times, see what it's like immediately post-show, what damage you've done, maybe check it 4 weeks later and see what's recovered naturally, and then another 4 weeks after you've implemented some, like, but not everybody's got the budget to be spending £200 a pop on bloods. And realistically, we're not in death camp, do you know what I mean? It's not like life or death, really. It's important, but it's not life or death. So I'll usually just say to people, we'll leave it 4 to 6 weeks, generally 6, get your blood work done, we'll see where you're at. The blood work people are pretty good anyway now. You get a good written report with them to sort that out. And obviously the stuff that I'll implement myself from what we've got. But it's good to have backing from both. And then if we need to put some supplementation in for bits and pieces, we can do it and bring it up. Like with the women's thing, there's not steroid abuse anyway. There's barely steroid use, never mind steroid abuse. I feel like there's a big thing with the men and the women. I see it's kind of two different things, really. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the men's, pardon me, they've been slamming the gear.
Yeah.
Like, let's have it straight. They've been slamming the gear for 20 to 25 weeks straight. Thousands of milligrams a week in some instances, hundreds of milligrams per day. Some heavy oral, some heavy androgens, which is damaging to your insides, leaving it for too long. It does cause problems. That does recover, but it does cause problems. That's what male blood work is generally about, not just the downregulation of hormone health.
Yeah, whereas women, it's more just like...
Whereas women,
they
might have a tiny little bit of steroid in there, some of them, and we're talking like tiny, and that for 6 or 8 weeks, whatever it might be at the back end of a prep, not for 20 odd weeks. So I'm not really never concerned about like that kind of health damage from looking at women. It's more like the dieting damage.
Yeah.
What damage
like the hormone health, T3, that sort of thing.
Yeah, all hormone health, the lady hormones and their thyroid hormones and things like that, things that get run into the ground through dieting. That's the main concern with them. That's what it does. Some of the like sciencey type people have gone a little bit overboard with the women's blood work, in my opinion, recently with like, well, if you take this compound versus that compound, and you're talking like, say you're talking about like Anavar, right? And you're talking about like 10 milligrams of Anavar, and they're like, we need to be careful with this, you need to be careful with that. And like, I'm not saying it doesn't cause little bits of like offsetting things on your blood work, which it does. But if a male was to take a cycle of 10 milligrams of Anavar for 6 weeks and you told him that his health was at risk, right, he'd laugh you out of the building. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they're both humans.
Yeah.
Like, so like the impact on their actual organs or whatever.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I think the biggest thing with girls is like they're getting the period back.
Yeah. Biggest thing with that is getting the period back, and getting the thyroid back up and running to where it's been if it's crashed down, which often it does, whether they've been using any drugs for that or not, but it makes no difference. It usually crashes down regardless. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, whether you put in exogenous or not or whatever, but getting that back up and running, and everybody's different. I'll see that with everybody's blood work. Most people, all the blood work's back to normal within 6 weeks anyway.
Yeah, as long as you're eating your food and you're resting, you're all right, aren't you?
Let your body fat come up. The periods usually come back pretty quick, even if they've gone. Not everybody's goes. Do you know what I mean? I still have girls that have the periods all the way through, which is
isn't it? Really,
not always beneficial. But some people, well, it's not beneficial to the obviously to the prep. It's good for their health, but not so good to the prep. But yeah, that'll usually come up straight away. Every now and again, you'll get somebody that might take a good few months to come back, but it's not that common.
Yeah.
Thyroid, same. It might be a little bit depleted down when you first come out of it. A few months later.
As long as you get your food up, you're all right, aren't you?
Your body just...
Drop your cardio off, get your food up. Yeah. It's going to sort itself out.
Yeah, it's not that overcomplicated. And on a rare instance that there is something that might be a little bit standout-ish, we've got the help of people, whether it be the people at Eval or Blood Labs or whoever company we're using, they're actually quite helpful. Obviously, I've got Will on board now as well, which is he can go into more depth with blood work than I definitely can, with him being a scientist and all the rest of it. He's well into that, so we've got him to lean back on as well.
Got a pro team now.
Yes, He's our health advisor for Team DW.
Oh,
Yeah, which is good. It's good to have him in the background. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like I say, there's not really anything that we actually get problems with. Like, you can imagine how many people I've dealt with, and the amount of problems I've actually seen is fractionally none. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fractionally none. It's a lot of it's sometimes over dramatized a little bit in some instances. I'm not saying nothing goes wrong, but I don't want to make that sound bad to anyone who has had problems post prep. I'm not saying you're being dramatic, but yeah, it's
most of the time it all recovers okay.
pretty much yeah, it always does.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's that really, isn't it?
Yeah, we got on a bit of a tangent about blood work there, but I suppose it's part of the post show, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's part of the importance of post show.
Yeah. So we're gonna chat about post show in the next episode and talk about different post show stuff. But yeah, so basically you're done with all your clients.
Yeah, not done for competing clients.
Are wrapped up.
Yeah, obviously taking quite a good few on for next season already, which I can see coming through. There's a few coming out the gate.
Yeah,
which is going to be cool.
Yeah, I've got a few girls now actually who are like,
don't you be coming taking me out, you?
All right. No, I'm joking.
You come and taking my trophies and that.
No, I've got a lot of girls who are like, basically come from lifestyle and they're like kind of wanting to dip the toe into competing, but they're not 100%. But they obviously need to work with someone who can go down that route that's not a lifestyle coach, because they've come from a lifestyle coach who says, I won't prep you.
Yeah.
So they don't
want to do it, do they?
Yeah, and
I think it's stressful.
Yeah, and a lot of them as well are like because I think I'm a bit of like a middle ground, and I'm not a prep coach as such, but
yet. Well, you are. But...
but I'm not like, I still work with lifestyle clients as well.
Yeah.
So it's a bit more of a like hybrid approach for a lot of girls.
Hybrid coach, Leah.
I know, that's my new thing. No, I'm joking.
But, no, it's good because you can take them right through, and then you've got what they've got. I get them usually when they come off people like, well, not like you because you're prepping them as well, but lifestyle coaches such as yourself.
Yeah.
I'll usually get people passed from there.
Yeah.
And it's for me to work out what's going on from there. But you've took them right from through everything.
So it's like bridging the gap basically, which I quite like, because it's like people who are already quite serious, they're pretty clued up with the training, but then they're just wanting to like push it a bit more and do like a photo shoot, for example, or maybe go into competing. So I've got a few girls that have come from now like more of a lifestyle coach approach, that are like wanting to like learn more about competing and just figure out like whether it's for them, which is quite exciting. So got a few next year and a few in 2025.
You'll see this podcast in 1 year's time when Leah's coming and beating me with all the clients, and it'll just be me like this.
I've got a long way to go till I get anywhere near you.
I won't even talk to her. I'll just be like...
Oh God. That'll be a fun podcast.
That'll be a fun podcast. Just turn my camera off.
I quite like it though. It's like a nice like middle ground.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It is a lot of work and it's a lot of stress, but it's a lot of
fulfillment.
Yeah, fulfillment. Yeah, I couldn't. We said this on one of the other ones before, didn't we? But I couldn't do just like lifestyle stuff because I wouldn't get too much out of it.
Yeah. No, but you can tell how like invested you get though with your clients.
Yeah, sometimes
like,
to my own detriment.
Yeah, but it's like you can tell you just really care about all your clients.
Yeah,
which is really nice.
Yeah. I don't think I'd be able to do it very good if I didn't.
Yeah.
The minute I stop caring, you'll probably see me disappear, because like everything I've done my full life, I'm very, very invested in it, to the point where it's like it's a lot. Do you know what I mean?
But I think there are a lot of coaches that will just like not pass the clients off a bit, but just not be that bothered.
Do you know what I have heard a lot of? And I've had people come into me like with inquiries and stuff, like getting ghosted by the coaches.
No way.
They call it like 3 weeks out and 2 weeks out and 4 weeks out and stuff like this.
When
like,
they need the support.
My coach just ghosted me, and I'm like, what? But I'm hearing it quite a lot. It's not like,
no way.
Yeah, I'm hearing it quite a bit.
Mad.
Like that's just mental.
Yeah,
to me.
that is a bit weird.
Like once you're in. You have to, and even if you don't want them to do the show, you have to tell them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, if you don't think they're going to be there in time, or if you don't, if they've come down and you don't quite think they're going to be good enough, if something's been misjudged possibly or something like that, which I suppose would be rare, but it could happen. Like you need to tell them. Do you know what I mean? You can't just ghost them. I don't know what the reason might be, unless I don't know. I don't even know why that might be.
Yeah, that is actually mad.
But yeah, that's pretty mental. But yeah, I'm all in with everything I've ever done in my life. I'm all in. And like I say, that sometimes it's to my own detriment, because like my stress levels and stuff, even though I'm pretty chilled, but like I would just want everything to go perfectly for everybody, and that's quite a lot of pressure on yourself. Do you know what I mean? But I suppose that's one of the reasons why generally everything does go pretty well.
That's why you're so good with everything.
Yeah, and I want them to win. I want them to be happy, and I want them to be healthy. And I try and just get the best of all three for them.
Yeah.
And that's all I can do in it. That's all I can do.
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
So chilling now into reverses, into off season.
Yeah.
Christmas,
where I get my only time of the year off.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to that, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I take 10 days off at Christmas. You'll remember if you've been with me for a few years now, aren't you? I'll just take 10 days off. I tell all my clients, I'm not...
Don't speak to me.
No check-in next week. No one wants to check in on Christmas week anyway.
No one wants to check in post-Christmas dinner.
Check in on Christmas week. Yeah, Boxing Day check-in. Fuck off, Dan. Do you know what I mean? You don't instead of checking on Boxing Day. But they don't. I will say to them, like, if you need to reach out to me, if you need me or anything like that, just let me know. But generally, I'm taking that Christmas week off. Because even when I'm on holiday in the year, like I went to wherever I went, Portugal or whatever, with Mrs. and kid and that in the summer, or Euro Disney, I still did all the prep check-ins. I took off-season check-ins. If they didn't want to check in, they could have missed that one. But prep check-ins still all got checked in, which at that time was 50%, like 40 or 50% of my clients, I think.
Yeah.
So I was still working them weeks. So anyway, Christmas week, I take a true week off.
Yeah.
A true week off, and it is nice.
Yeah.
But then I'm like... Where is everybody? What's going on? Yeah.
I can't wait.
This
for
is
Christmas.
weird. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's going to be sick, innit? I don't know. Are you doing that? What are you doing?
I'm just going home. To be fair,
going on watching your mum's and that.
Yeah, so I'm going back, taking the dogs.
He's
going
working.
back home. Yeah, he's on he's working shifts because it's like the pay is really good over Christmas.
Right.
So he's doing commissionings Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day.
Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. Yeah. What job does he do?
He's a project manager in railway. So because a lot of the trains aren't running, they bash the commissionings out.
He did say that.
But he's actually 30 on New Year's Day and he's working on his 30th.
On New Year's Day and his 30th.
Yeah.
And he's working.
Yeah. So I'm going home to get all the nice food.
Only Mr. Weld could pull that off. Yeah, that's fucking mad.
And eating all the Christmas food.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be good. I'm looking forward to it this year, to be fair. We're going out, but we're going out Boxing Day.
Oh, nice.
Just left it too late to book Christmas Day. They just laughed at us. It was like August and they just laughed.
I've never been out on Christmas.
Neither have I, ever. But like we said, like...
You have to book it like a year in advance, don't you?
Yeah, we'll probably book that straight away. But we're just going to do a buffet on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
And then go out Boxing Day with all my family.
Yeah.
And maybe go do something with my missus' family. I think it is on Christmas Eve or
cute.
one other way around. But yeah, it's a nice Christmas dinner at a pub local to us. It'll be sound. But we just said my missus cooking Christmas dinner and that, and it's stressful for her.
Yeah, you're gonna be in the kitchen all day, don't you?
Daphne's only little once.
Yeah.
So you're gonna miss part of them running around with the toys and opening the presents and all that. And I didn't really think of it from that point of view, because obviously I'm the boy. I don't do any of the cooking. She does the cooking. Not that boys can't cook, but I can't cook. Not Christmas dinner anyway. And cook some chicken and rice.
That's your Christmas dinner?
Yeah. Just lost loads of people just unfollowed me. He's sexist. And I don't wash the pots neither, actually. She's got smaller feet, she gets closer to the washing up. Bringing out all the old sexist jokes now. I'm joking, by the way, Jesus Christ. So yeah, Boxing Day we're doing that instead, so she can have Christmas Day with Daphne.
Nice, that'll be good.
Better. And obviously we've got a new puppy.
Yes, very cute.
Little Bowie running about, fucking maniac. I'm sure she'll be turfing everything up.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm looking forward to it, to be fair. It's only what's that, like 4 weeks now?
Yeah, not long.
Or less? How is it?
Something like that. 4 weeks.
Is it a Monday? I think it's Monday. I think it might be 4 weeks today, you know.
I've been smashing the Christmas market, so haven't eaten any food, don't worry.
Yeah, we went to watch the Christmas lights get turned on the other day. It was alright, actually. I don't normally like stuff like that. Sometimes in public places when there's loads of people, I get a bit like, I need to get out of here. Do you know what I mean? But it was alright. We'll see what Lapland's like tomorrow.
Yeah,
might be a different story.
Yeah, so that's that pretty much, isn't it? So we'll wrap this one up here, and then
we'll do about post show on the next one. Mm-hmm. I'm not even going to pretend to change my jumper onto the next one, like we said. Forgot to bring a change of outfits.
I haven't got another outfit.
But yeah, we'll just crack on. So yeah, we'll see you in episode 4.
Episode 4,
which is the next one.
And we are going to be putting it on Spotify as well, because I've had a few people message saying, can you put it on?
I've had that, actually,
so you can listen to it instead. So we'll set it up on Spotify so it comes up as a podcast as well as the YouTube.
And when she says we, she means her. She means Leah.
I'll set it up to put on Spotify.
Because I've still got a Nokia 3310, so I don't know what she's doing with all that stuff.